Love light of the one. We are whole body. We are whole body. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure? You got to turn to Yahweh and him only and do your best to keep the commandments. That's how we become pure. And that is what's going to bring us together. Want to say RIP to our elder brother, NEELY Fuller Jr. Brother was 95 years old, passed away a couple of days ago. Every now and again, we come on here and we watch NEELY Fullers Jr.'s. We listen to some of his speeches. He was an activist for many, many years. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., passed away at the tender age of 95 years old. What we're going to watch today is another one of NEELY Fuller's lectures. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to watch until we've had enough. Okay? This brother was filled with wisdom. He wanted to help God's people correct themselves. I don't know if NEELY Fuller Jr. knew he was an Israelite or not, but this brother understood a lot. And every time we watch these videos, you listen to him, he's speaking, but somebody took a cartoon caricature of NEELY Fuller Jr., turned it into a cartoon playing over the audio lectures. So we're going to watch a little of that this evening and just enjoy the wisdom of this so-called black man born and raised in Washington, D.C., passed away a few days ago at the tender age of 95 years old. Hit the like button on your way in the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Share this video somewhere out there. Hit that like button on your way in the door. You know what time it is. And rest in peace to NEELY Fuller Jr., man. Again, I say, Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Like this video, share this video, and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Also, remember to make sure you check out the Yahweh Bible reading playlist. It's going to change your life, fam. We always got to wait a couple of minutes to see if any brews come in here. We're going to get started in just a little bit. We're going to watch this lecture in a cartoon form of NEELY Fuller Jr. R.I.P. to NEELY Fuller Jr. Our elder brother was filled with lots of wisdom. You don't get to be 95 years old, born in Washington, D.C., and raised in D.C. You don't get to be 95 years old without knowing everything, seeing everything. Damn near. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We getting started in a minute. I thank y'all for being here, because you don't have to be here right now. of X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one. I am your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. That's what we are about over here on this channel. That's our mission. That's what it's all about. And we are 10 toes down and we all in. And we gonna stay that way until we leave this earth. Period. Okay? Now, again, I want to say rest in peace to brother NEELY Fuller Jr. This brother passed away a couple of days ago, 95 years old, born and raised in Washington, D.C., longtime activist. Of course, most people have never heard of him because the Edomites have made sure that nobody knows about this guy. It's a miracle that I found out about him, and I'm originally from D.C. I guarantee you, most people from D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, they have no idea who NEELY Fuller Jr. is. Some of them do. I'm thankful that I had a chance to find this guy before he passed. May the Most High have mercy on his soul and bless him. And now we're getting ready to watch fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use.
Listen, it's important to just understand all of the things that the white supremacists do. Because anything that you miss, and whatever you miss about the way they go about doing things, that's what's going to eventually trip you up. They already know that. I mean, the system of white supremacy is very, very, very finely tuned, like a smooth-running automobile engine. It's very fine-tuned. And they're always checking to see that engine is running smoothly. If they hear any rattles or anything, I mean, they go and check on it immediately, because it's not supposed to happen. I mean, they want a smooth operation. And the refinement stage of white supremacy means they do it so smoothly that the average black person, the average non-white person will say, well, white supremacy, that doesn't exist. Oh, what's that fool talking about? What are these stupid people talking about some white supremacy? I do what I want to do. I go where I want to go. Nobody tell me what to do. You know, so then the white supremacists will look at that black person and say, that's exactly the way we want all of them to think. That we don't even exist. That everything, you know, that they're running everything. That black people run the world. That's the way we want them to think. That is the ultimate in the refinement stage of white supremacy. See, white supremacy goes through 4 stages. The first stage is establishment. I don't know when it was established. Some people say 600 years ago. Some people say 400 years. Some people say, no, 2,000 years. And there are other people, depending on what scholar you talk to, say, oh no, 6,000 years. Mm-hmm. That's when they really got established, 6,000 years ago. All right? That's a long time. Now, I say you don't know, but I do know that they are in business now, the biggest business on earth. No business is bigger than that, the system of white supremacy. Okay. So I'm saying, I don't know when it's established, but it was established. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's very good. And then the second stage is maintenance. Just like anything that you start, you want to maintain it. You want to go around, you know, you put together an aircraft or something like that. You come around and check. Or you put together an air conditioning system or a plumbing system. You come and check it every now and then. See if it's running smoothly. Mm-hmm. That's what you call maintenance. Okay. Yeah, you see it, everything is in place. And then expansion is when you take in more people. The expansion. That's a third stage. And there's more people on the planet now than there was, say, 10,000 years ago or 200 years ago. More people on the planet. And most of them are non-white. So you get more and more people, you know, as your capital, you might say, in your business. You get taking in more and more slaves because they're being born. More people are being born all the time. Mm-hmm. And they're being reared in your prison. All right, that makes your prison expand. All right, you make more room for them in your prison. Okay, and then the last stage, and this is the stage they want to stay in, refinement. You make your prison look like it's not a prison, where the prisoners are concerned. Now you got a smooth operation situation.
Okay.
All right, where you have people walking around saying, nobody tells me what to do. I'm my own man. I'm 21 years old. I'm grown. All right, I ain't no child. I mean, you know, I go and do what I please, when I please, whatever I please, and have the non-white females doing the same thing.
Okay.
That's a perfect situation for a prison master.
Okay, let me get this straight. Establishment, maintenance, expansion, and refinement.
Establishment, maintenance, expansion, and refinement.
Okay.
And they're trying to stay in the refinement stage. You know, a lot of black people are saying, wait a minute, we're in a system of racism. You can't fool me about that. You know, hey, racism does exist.
Okay.
Racism is real.
Racism is real.
You got a whole lot of black people who are saying that now.
Okay.
Not all over the world. Not near as many as should be. Nowhere near as many.
Okay.
But you have a substantial number. Now that disturbs the white supremacist business. Because in the refinement stage, you're not supposed to be aware that there is such a thing as racism.
Correct.
All right, it's supposed to be so smooth, so they're arguing among themselves now. The white supremacists are. And see, I mean, I told you to keep this thing in the refinement stage. Now you got others that are saying, no, it's kind of getting out of hand. We got to start using the hammer and the fist. We got to start gunning them down like we did in the old days. We got to be right in their face 24 hours a day.
Okay.
Y'all hear this? Hey, yo, rest in peace to this elder brother, NEELY FULLER Jr., born and raised in Washington, D.C., was an activist for decades. I didn't find out about this brother until 2020. Okay? Shout out to NEELY Fuller. Rest in peace to him. Passed away at the tender age of 95 years old. This brother's filled with wisdom. And somebody took his speeches and put it over a cartoon. So this message hits differently. I hope y'all are enjoying this. And that sound confirmation lets me know that you are enjoying it. We got J.R. Meadows in here. J.R. Meadows says 100. What's good, fam? Always good to see you, J.R. Meadows. J.R. Meadows says, keep bringing it, bro. Hey, I'm going to do my best until I rest, brother J.R. Meadows. Brother J.R. Meadows says, sup, bro? Definitely was on point. Hey, I'm sorry. I think you meant to say R.I.P. R.I.P., bro. Definitely was on point. All facts. And you know, if NEELY Fuller made it to 95 years old, born and raised in Washington, D.C., he didn't see everything there is to see. Okay? This brother was a genius, and he loved our people. Okay? He loved our people. J.R. Meadows said, yeah. Okay, I figured that's what you meant. R.I.P. NEELY Fuller Jr. He loved his brothers and sisters, and he wanted to help. Okay? Just like I love my brothers and sisters, and I want to help. Okay? Shout out to J.R. Meadows. Shout out to NEELY Fuller Jr. He's in the spirit realm now. May the Most High guide him and have mercy on him and welcome him in.
That'll work for a little while, but all that'll do is stir them up. You don't want to stir them up. You don't want to woke them up. Let these Negroes sleep on. Don't woke them up. Let them sleep on. All right, keep them asleep.
Okay.
Refinement stage.
Refinement.
Well, you can lay down and go to sleep, and they'll be waiting on you hand and foot, thinking that they're serving each other, thinking that they're serving themselves. That's what you want, a slave-running machine.
All right.
There is a system of white supremacy, which is racism, which is designed to do what?
That's NEELY Fuller Jr. right there. That's the cartoon character version of him. Rest in peace to that brother right there.
Dominate and mistreat people of color. Anybody who is classified as black, brown, red, yellow, tan, beige, has a little bit of color in his or her skin, or somebody said that they did, even if a person looks white, but they say that, well, you got a great grandmother that had some color. All right. Oh, okay. Well, they're in the mistreatment category, right? Yeah. Those are the people that you're supposed to mistreat.
Do y'all hear that? Did you guys, let me rewind that a little bit. Hit the like button on your way in the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. This brother was a genius.
They did. Even if a person looked.
This brother was a genius.
Sleep.
Okay.
Refinement stage.
Refinement.
When you can lay down and go to sleep, and they'll be waiting on you hand and foot, thinking that they're serving each other, thinking that they're serving themselves. That's what you want, a slave-running machine.
All right.
There is a system of white supremacy, which is racism, which is designed to do what? Dominate and mistreat people of color. Anybody who is classified as black, brown, red, yellow, tan, beige, has a little bit of color in his or her skin, or somebody said that they did, even if a person looks white, but they say that, well,
listen,
you got a great grandmother that had some color. All right. Oh, okay. Well, they're in the mistreatment category, right?
Bingo.
Those are the people that you're supposed to mistreat because they got color in their skin. If they got color in their skin, they're supposed to be mistreated. I mean, something is out of order. They're not being mistreated now. You got to mistreat those people that's got color in their skin. Well, why is that? Because I said so. Is that the reason? Yeah. That's all it took.
That's all it took.
There's a lot of benefits that go with it.
Hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all, rest in peace, Neely Fuller Jr. Shout out to Neely Fuller Jr. May Yahweh have mercy on him and bless him in the spirit realm. This elder brother kept it real.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
White supremacy, which is racism, which is designed to do what? Dominate and mistreat people of color. Anybody who is classified as black, brown, red, yellow, tan, beige, has a little bit of color in his or her skin, or somebody said that they did, even if a person looks white, but they say that, well, you got a great grandmother that had some color. All right. Oh, okay. Well, they're in the mistreatment category, right? Yep. Those are the people that you're supposed to mistreat because they got color in their skin. If they got color in their skin, they're supposed to be mistreated. I mean, something is out of order. They're not being mistreated now. You got to mistreat those people that's got color in their skin. Well, why is that? Because I said so. Is that the reason? Yeah. That's all it took.
That's all it took.
And there's a lot of benefits that go with it. See? There's a lot of benefits that go with that. Mistreating people based on color, having a whole category of people, black, brown, red, yellow, tan, beige, just have some color in their skin, and you can do anything you want to with that person, and nobody's supposed to say anything about it. Isn't that a wonderful proposition? Have somebody wait on you hand and foot, do whatever you say do, think the way you want them to think, or the color of their skin. Don't you think that that's a wonderful thing to have when you got millions of people like that right there at your beck and call? Ain't that wonderful? Yeah, well, that sounds like that ain't right. Well, we're not talking about right and wrong now. We're talking about what's convenient. Oh, well, it is convenient. Well, then, that's all we need to think about, what's convenient. All right? I mean, that's natural, that's normal. People like to do what's convenient, and racism is convenient for any person classified as white. All right? End of story. Period. And so the average white person takes a look at that and say, well, what if we didn't have racism? Then that means you don't have a category of people that you can mistreat and get away with. do anything you want to with. Use any kind of way you want to. Pay them. Don't pay them at all. I mean, you know, you going to give that up? Give it up for what? What are you going to have if you give it up? Well, you got a point there. Yeah, I'll go with racism. So the average white person has every incentive to be a racist.
I see. Okay.
That's the bottom line that I want to, you know, get to.
Okay.
Every white person, when given that kind of option, do you want the option of having people at your beck and call, people kissing your foot anytime you tell them to, and it ain't nothing they can do about it except kiss it? Isn't that a convenience? Well, you put it that way, it is. Now, you want to give it up and just have to everybody equal, which means you're going to have to work harder. You ain't got nobody to push around. When you get mad, you don't have nobody that you can go over across town and kick or shoot and whatnot. You just have to try to work it out. I mean, you don't have that convenience, you know. Well, yeah, I see your point. I see your point. Yes, I see your point. That's a wonderful point. Well, I know it ain't right, but it's convenient, like you say, and we'll worry about the right later. I mean, you know,
Okay.
I mean, if ever.
If ever.
And that's all racism is, folks.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's a super convenience. You got a white. And so the white supremacists will run that through the computer. Well, yesterday we had 18 classifications of sexuality that we're going to spread among the black people to improve their conditions. And you say, and okay, what's the projection for next year? Well, we got 18 now. Next year, the projection is 52. 52 different types of sexuality to choose from for you black people. And you say, well, why are you doing this, sir? Well, it's going to improve things for you. You black people want to be improved, don't you? All right. Well, get on board with this. Listen to me. All right. You need to diversify your sexuality. I mean, you know, there's something incorrect. Your sexuality is too limited. You talk about some male-female mess. I mean, you know, well, you need to kind of branch out a little bit. I mean, all you ignorant black people all over the world talking about some male-female. I mean, are you crazy? Male with female? Are you crazy? No. Well, sir, out of all due regard, what should a male do? He's got a phallus, and the female has a vagina. Well, I'll tell you what. The white anus is the new black vagina. How about that, boy? Wow, sir, what are you saying? That's right. And the holy grail of all sexuality, as always, all you dumb, ignorant black people, the holy grail of all sexuality is what? The white female vagina. Black female vaginas are obsolete, boy. Have you heard? And you say, no, I haven't heard that, sir. Well, you just heard it now from me. And when I speak, that's God talking, right, boy? Yeah, okay. Let's do a little back slapping here. Let's do a little high five. You like that? Get on board, all you intellectual black people. We are going to disperse sexuality into thousands of different types of sexuality if we can get you to buy into it, to get you away from what? That black male with that black female, that's what. Because eventually that's what we're going to have to keep doing. We're going to have to make it real uncomfortable for that black female to be around a black male at all and having these little black offspring forever that's making problems for us that we're getting to the place we can't govern. So we got to disperse your sexuality where you will trade in all your sexuality for some fancy bling bling around your neck, and you got no phallus at all because I cut it out like I did back in the days when I used to hang you black people up on a tree and castrate you. Now I call it not castration, I call it sexual alteration. Don't you want your sex alterated, boy? You know?
Yeah.
Come on in. I can alter your sex, and not only that, there's a bonus that goes with it. If you spread that word around the neighborhood, I'll give you good money. I'll put you in the movies. I'll put you on television.
All right.
I'll give you a spot. Racism itself is an insane proposition. what is racism? White supremacy. What is white supremacy? Mistreating people or treating people like they're criminals because of color. Also, you have, people in very high positions who say that if you're a person with black skin, you are a toilet. So what do you do to a toilet? The little girl is a toilet, okay, in the minds of the white supremacists. This is universal. That's what a black person is. A urinal, a toilet, a commode bowl. That's what that is, walking down the street toward you. If you're white, you're taught that. That is nothing. That is something to be disdained. That's something to have off to the side somewhere. Jiffy John, a portable toilet hidden over there in the trees. Hide that thing. That's toilet. That's not anything that's not a shrine or anything. That's something that you hide. And, you even want people to see you going in there. All right? Okay. That's what these things that we have recognized, we call them, in order to make them feel better. We call them people, but that's not what they really are. They are less than animals. Even the animals that we bring out and parade in the streets and whatnot and show off. Okay? And we'll do a few of them like that, a few of our chosen ones. But basically, when you're looking at a black person, you are looking at a commode. Walking down the street, that's what that is. And what do you do to a commode? You treat it like it's a commode. End of story. See, black people have to see themselves the way that the white supremacists see us every day when they pass us on the street. Here comes a toilet. That's what that is, a walking toilet. And if I have to relieve myself, that's the thing that I'm going to do it in.
Dang. Y'all hear that? Do y'all hear
Wow.
that? This is real.
In those situations, what can we, or what do we learn, from that? Or how are we supposed to interpret that?
Interpret it just the way I started it. I said it. See, when I walk down the street, I think that that's what they're thinking. Okay?
But does that make it true?
Exactly what they're thinking.
Okay.
If they're white supremacists, I shouldn't even be in existence. I'm just something that you tolerate in existence. I shouldn't even exist. I shouldn't be walking down the street picking up the sidewalk. That's why sometimes they almost walk right into you. Move. My goodness. I'm a white person. Get out of my way. You're not supposed to be on this planet. Negro. What are you doing breathing? Where did you come from? Who created you? Who would have the nerve to create something like you? Who would make that kind of mistake? You're nothing but a walking mistake. My God, deliver me. Since you're here, I'll put up with you. But I ain't going to put up with you very much. That's it. That's the whole philosophy in the mind of a white supremacist. If we don't understand that, then we don't understand the world that we're in.
Bring it out.
The white supremacists, they manufacture hatred because you have to do that. And you have, if you're going to dominate people and then mistreat them based on that domination and say that these people are eligible. You do admit that the people are really people, but you say they are a breed of people who are eligible to be mistreated. So you have to teach that to your offspring systematically over a period of time. You drum that into their heads over and over again. And you even drum that into the heads of the people that you're going to mistreat. You teach them, look at yourself in the mirror. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are something to be despised. Anything that looks like you, including your mother and your father, and your neighbors.
Ouch.
If it looks like you and it's moving around on this planet, you should despise it. Why? Because it is worthy of being despised. Why? Because it is dark. That's why. And anything in the form of a person that has dark skin should be despised. Say amen, boy. Say amen, girl, behind what I just told you.
Boy.
Anything that looks like it might be, just might be, in the form of a person, but that person has dark skin. The darker, the more that person or that thing that looks like a person is supposed to be despised. And by it being despised, you let it exist, but you let it exist with the understanding that it's supposed to be mistreated. If you tell it to do something and it doesn't do it, and it begins to run away from you, you shoot it. It's a hit. It's a thing. It's even something that you can't even describe as being on the level of a dog. Because after all, I mean, you know, a dog does have some type of proportionate something that you can value. But this thing in the form of a person that you call a black person, you don't know what that is, except it's something you're supposed to if you are classified as white. And even if you're classified as black, you are supposed to despise that thing and not only express it in words every now and then, not so much in the modern days, but you certainly express it in your actions toward it. Put it last on your list of things that are supposed to be given any kind of constructive consideration. And this is the society that we're in, worldwide. And that's another thing. Stop talking about in the Northwestern Hemisphere. This is worldwide, always has been. White supremacy is everywhere. There's no place you can go where it doesn't reign supreme. That's what it means by supreme. That's everywhere, in every area of activity. Economics, they control it. If there's any people of color calling themselves having some kind of economic system that's not subject to the white supremacists, you're fooling yourself. Education, they hoard all the knowledge and have you come to them to get it. They have it set up like that. And they tell you how much of it you can get. And not only that, if you're a person of color, they tell you what you can use it for and what you better not use it for. And they got the muscle to back it up. And then that's economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And if you have color in your skin, they dominate your movements in all of these areas of activity, truth be told.
Supremacy?
Yeah, do you even know what that is?
Do you even know how to spell?
Yeah, supremacy. S-U-P-R-E-M-C-S-Y. Supremacy. Do you know how to spell? Or are you just a bucula obtrucular? Because I'm not the one. I know a lot more than probably what you do. I'm probably older than you. I'm very sophisticated and I'm highly talented.
Spell it one more time for me.
Hit that like button, Hebrew.
I am an African, made a slave. They stole me away 400 years ago. And I walk in limbo today. Between worlds I dwell, and only you, my people, can
this. I get no peace until you release me. Set me free so I may be in Mother Africa again.
Brother, what can I do to set you free?
Stop saying my name. That brings me back. Stop calling my name. That's a slave trap.
So, what is your name that keeps you a slave?
I will tell you my name. How you can set me free. But when the last brother and sister stop using me, it will end my misery.
Look, brother, if I can free you by not saying your name, I swear I would never say it again.
My name is Nobody. They only call me that. Come here, nugget, do that, nugget, beat that nugget, die. You ask me, I speak truth. My name is Nugget. Now, what you gonna do?
Wait a minute. I can stop using it. But man, I can't stop everybody else from calling your name. If that's what it's going to take to free you.
Well, then, I see I am on my own. I will still have no peace. I will roam to haunt you, slaves, to a world. Hold on, folks. I didn't want to go first. Let me holler for me. No song. Individuals and as a people, we are at war. But the majority of my side got their eyes open wide, but still don't recognize what we fighting for. I guess that's what I'm fighting for, to try to shed some light. But we've been in the darkness so long and don't know right from wrong, y'all scared to come near. You ignore the force in your head when you hear the enemy is after your spirit. But you think it's all in your mind. You'll find a lot of the reason why we behind is because the system is designed to keep our third eyes blind, but not blind in the system that our other two eyes can't see. You just end up investing quality time in places you don't even need to be. We don't even know who we are. But the answer ain't far. Matter of fact, it's right up on our nose. But the system told us to keep that book alone. See, the reason why he got to lie and deceive is so that we won't act accordingly to get the blessings we supposed to receive. Yeah, it's true. Uncle Sam won't shoot. You're devil too. See, he's jealous because his skin is a curse. But what's worse is if I put it in the verse, y'all will listen to some bullshit first. We ain't natural born killers. We are a spiritual people. God's chosen few. Think about the slave trade when they had boats with thousands of us on board, and we still was praising the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But now niggas is afraid to die over a coat, a necklace around your throat. That's bullshit. Black people, y'all better realize that we losing. You better goddamn fight. Die. You got to get your spirit and your mind back. And we got to do it together. Good mark means good die mostly over bullshit. You take one old way and it'll let you know that God is every man on blackness. The Lord has spoken.
Hit that like button, Hebrew. Subscribe if you're not.
That's a directive of possession. On page 108 of the revised expanded edition of the textbook for Victims of White Supremacy.
NEELY FULLER Jr. wrote a book, textbook for victims of white supremacy. Okay? Once again, rest in peace to NEELY FULLER Jr., y'all. This is the cartoon version of him. Brother passed away at 95 years old. A very wise brother. I don't know if he knew he was an Israelite or not, but if you've been watching this lecture, you see that this brother has knowledge and his delivery is straightforward. No chaser, no watering down. He's going to give it to you raw, just the way we like it over here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Rest in peace, Neely Fuller Jr.
Words as scientific.
Excuse me.
That's a suggestion that I make as a remedy to helping to remedy the disease of white supremacy. Use words as scientific weapons because that's what they do. Study and use words, the definition of words, and or the production of words in such a manner as to cause the white supremacists to decide to do one of two things. In other words, it should be for victims of white supremacy, your intermediate goal toward the production of universal man and universal woman. And there's two things that you set as a goal when you start out in resisting white supremacy and trying to eliminate it and replace it with justice. And that is, number one, replace white supremacy with justice between people, or kill all of the non-white people of the known universe. Now, that's what you are trying to force the white supremacists to do. Why? Because whatever you do to oppose them, if they're not going along with it, that's what they're going to do anyway. If they're going to kill all the non-white people of the known universe, you want to put them in that position where they have to make that decision. Either replace the system of racism with justice. That's one thing they can do, because that's what you're trying to force them to do, or persuade them to do. And the other thing, if they can't do that or don't want to do it, you force them or persuade them to actually kill all of us, the non-white people of the known universe. And it's logical, because if you're opposing something that doesn't want to be moved, you leave them with no other option. That's what you want to do. Leave them with no other options. Try to narrow down the number of options that they have when you try to persuade and or force the white supremacists of this universe to stop being white supremacists.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to replace the system of white supremacy, that's number one. The logical thing that you would replace it with is a system of justice, because the system of white supremacy is a system of non-justice.
Correct.
It guarantees it. Now, if they don't want to do justice, then that leaves them with one other option.
Which is?
To kill all of the non-white people of the planet.
The sales CRM that keeps you on track. Pipe drive.
Fair use, fair use. I know y'all not ready for that part right there. But Neely Fuller Jr. said that's what you got to do. Force them to either bring in a system of justice or make them just take out all non-white people of the earth. Okay? Now we know the Most High is going to bring in justice, and anybody standing in the way of that, you will be terminated. And I'm not talking about let go from your job neither. You're going to be freaking K.
And here's why you forced them to do this, or rather, this is the suggestion I'm making. Suppose they say, well, we're not going to do justice, so that leaves us one other option, because we're sick of you black people. We're just sick of you. We're sick of you. I mean, you're not going to do what we say, so, hey, make the rubber meet the road. I mean, now, either you fall in line and keep doing what we say do, which is be subordinate to an unjust system, or I'm going to kill all of you. So how do you respond to that type of ultimatum? You say, okay, go ahead and do it. You said you're going to do it, do it. You got the muscle to do it, like in The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Frank D'Angelo was talking to Michael Corleone and said, hey, here's why you got the muscle. Because you do have the muscle. You can kill all of the black people on this planet. You can actually kill them all. The white supremacists can do that. And all we can do is just try to run and hide and fight the best way we can run all over the place like chickens with no heads, because we wouldn't know where to go to escape it. There's no certain place, there's no, designated place where we can flee to. That's clear of anybody who has, thought about it and given it serious thought. If you have white supremacy, they can go any place.
Yep.
Not only on this planet, but maybe on other planets.
Bring it out.
So on this planet called Earth, if the white supremacists decide that they are going to slaughter, have a mass slaughter, set a date, actually announce it, say that, hey, find a place to run and hide, and to make it sporting, because the white supremacists love to make killing a sport.
Yeah, they do.
That's why they write all these murder mysteries and whatnot. That's why they entice black people to make movies about killing. Okay? I mean, kill is a sport. Killing people is a sport in the system of white supremacy. It's a great form of entertainment. A massive form of entertainment. So they're just saying, let's make this entertaining. All right? You black people love entertainment. Well, we can entertain you with a lot of killing, like we have been doing, and you can get a lot of entertainment yourself by dying from our killing. But we're going to make a sport out of it by saying this is January. Give you a year to find a place to hide and to get your guns ready and everything. We'll make a sport out of it, And then we'll say, okay, you ready? Okay, because this is January the 1st of the next year. This is kickoff time, so we're coming after you. And we're going to kill you wherever we find you. Babies, everybody black, you're going. The wagon is coming today, January the 1st of this particular year that they designate, and everybody agrees on. They're coming after you. Fight the best way you can. Run the best way you can. Hide the best way you can. But we all, when we find you, are going to kill you, and there ain't nobody coming to your rescue, because nobody got that kind of muscle.
Dang.
Now, this is exactly what black people are supposed to be trying to force the white supremacists of this planet to do, or do justice.
You right, though.
Number one is to do justice. That's what we really should want. That's what I want.
Yes.
But they may decide, no, we're not doing justice under no circumstance. We're not going to give you. No, we're not doing justice. We're not in the business of doing justice. So we got another option. If you're not going to fall in line with what we've been doing all the time, we're going to kill you all. So I say, do it. And there are a lot of black people who say, oh, don't invite this. It's not an invitation. It's what they're going to have to do anyway. I don't care how you approach it. If they're not going to do justice, otherwise we have to put up with justice into injustice, non-justice, into infinity. Black people's actions are the result of the system of white supremacy, period. I'm going to say that again. Everything that black people do on this planet is the result of the system of white supremacy. Now, and we have been carefully trained by whom? By the white supremacists to be people who are, in their behavior, tacky, trashy, and are terroristic. They have made us into people who are non-constructive in just about everything that we do, so that so-called black culture is just as rotten as it can be. This thing that we say we are so proud of, we are as crazy as any people can possibly be here in 2019, worldwide. We are absolutely insane to the maximum degree. And we've been insane for so long, we don't even recognize it as being insane.
Yeah.
Walking around grinning and celebrating and showing off. And we are nowhere near the quality of people that any people should ever be. we should try to be ultimately what?
Hey, fam, I want y'all to hit that like button if you have not already. If you've not subscribed to the channel already, subscribe to this channel for more content. We stay dropping over here. Rest in peace to NEELY FULLER JR. Again, he passed away a couple days ago. 95 years old, y'all. This brother was very knowledgeable. He was an activist for decades. Many people have never heard of him because the oppressor did their best to keep this brother out of sight, out of mind. I'm thankful to the Most High that I was able to find out about this brother. Hit the like button, Hebrew, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
According to the code, universal man and universal woman in tune with the best that is, the most constructive activity in the known universe. We're nowhere near that. So all of our behavior is stupid, rotten, tragic. Even when we think that we have our very best, it's a mess. We're just that messed up. Compared to what? Compared to the way that we ought to be. Compared to the way that all people should be. Everybody, white, non-white, nowhere near are we qualified to do any bragging about anything. That's why I say that here on the air and in the textbook and whatnot. One of the ugliest things that a black person can do is celebrate anything. We don't have anything to celebrate. We're too backward. We're completely out of it. And we don't even recognize it. But it's not our fault because we were born in a sewer of non-constructive activity. And so all of our tattoos and hairdos and this gets crazier and crazier. I mean, we are walking around, I mean, just a whole bunch of rotten junk, really. Compared to what? Compared to the way that we should be.
Excuse me.
The most problem-solving, advanced people that the world has ever seen. That's what we should be. Well, it comes down to action. Everything in codification is about thought, speech, and action. Now, when you come out of the hair salon, that's males and females, what do you expect the constructive result to be of what you just did when you went in there and got done what was done, and you come out? Now, what do you expect? This is something you wanted to do. So it gets back to these 4 wants. The four things that pertain to wants.
Yes,
W-A-N-T-S. All right, you wanted to go into a place called a hair salon, male or female. All right, so you went in and got done what you went in there to do. Now, when you come out and people look at you, because evidently you intend for people to look at you. That's why you did it. Oh, yes. You know, I want people to look at me. So it comes down to one central thing. Once people look at you, what is supposed to be that constructive reaction to you doing what you did? You got this, you say you got your hair done, or your nails done, or your feet done. Whatever it is, you're trying to show off to someone who you want to do what? Look at me. Hey, y'all. Look at me. Stop what y'all doing and look at me. That's really what you're saying. That's why you went in there and came out looking different from why you went in. Okay? All right, see, this is pure science. Codification is about not taking no prisoners. Looking at everything exactly the way that it is.
That's
and
right.
Stop lying to yourself.
That's right.
And lying to other people.
That's right.
No, you went in there with the intention of getting something that when you come out, you would look different from the way that you went in. Otherwise, why go in?
That's right.
So you came in, you came out looking different. Okay, number one, so far so good. Okay, so everybody's looking at you. Now, what do you expect the constructive result to be? of all the people who stopped to take a look at this super wonder that just came out of that salon. Oh, look at that. Look at her. Look at him. Look at it. Whatever it is, whatever impression you're trying to convey. And this is real important, folks. Convey to whom? Who are you doing this for? In order to attract attention, in order for what to happen as a result. Because you want something special to happen now. You didn't do all of that just for everything to just go about being the same. You want an what? Improvement over your condition. Now, who's going to provide that improvement based on how you look? That's what you should be thinking about. Black people's actions are the result of the system of white supremacy, period.
The fan favorites you never forgot?
Fair use, fair use. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, family. We're going to give it a couple of more minutes. We're going to watch a few more minutes of the late, great Neely Fuller Jr. And then we're going to get on up out of here until next time, most high willing. And more than likely when we come on Friday with the live stream, Friday evening, we're going to be getting back into the Yahweh Bible reading. And we're going to pick back up at Genesis chapter 5, most high willing. But right now, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.
The stress on religion that really counts, and that is the religion of white supremacy. All of the people are tempted to practice their religion. Most people who have a religion are very, very sincere. And they prove it by their actions and whatnot up until the time that the white supremacists step forward and say, well, now, you can practice this part of your religion. You know, if you want to have a pig neck or something like that, I don't mind that. You know, if you want to clap your hands or you want to sing and whatnot, I don't mind that. Just help yourself. That's not bad for my business. But if I want to kill people and all like that, you better not start saying, thou shalt not kill, and then start interfering with me while I'm doing my, or I will kill you. And they have proof that they will do that. And people fear that. And they let people know. Now, you can have as many gods as you want. But when I tell you to do something, you better jump. Like I'm your God. Because for all practical purposes, I am. Now, you might have a God in heaven, but I'm the one who rules you on this planet. So you can sing about after you're dead all you want to. Just don't mess with me while we're both walking around on the same planet. Because this is my planet. You don't let it. You don't have anybody anywhere in the spiritual world or the material world that can help you when I get on your case.
Dang.
And most people, so far, have backed down when the voice of the white supremacists cut into the picture. And some of them haven't backed down. And most of them who didn't back down are dead.
You see this? Do you see what happens when you won't back down to white supremacy? There's a good chance you're going to end up in the ground. Okay? But such is the life of a soldier. Somebody got to stand 10 toes down and get busy out here.
What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was your name? You couldn't have been Smith or Jones or Jones.
And hit that like button right now. If you have not hit the like button already, Hebrew, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notifications for all videos.
And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he do it? What song did you sing? How did the man get your life? Where is your history? How did a man wipe out your life? How did So-called men, you black males who want to go from boy to man, if you keep insisting on that, I'll make a deal with you. I will not allow you to ever be a man. Because there's only one man in this house. The house being the entire world. And that man is white. Okay? But if you black boys want to go from boyhood to manhood, I'm not going to let you. But I'll tell you, I'll make a deal. Tell you what I'm going to do. You can go from boy to woman.
No.
Yeah, you put on a dress and start pushing around like this sister. And I'll have most of you raised up in a house full of nothing but females, so you'll learn how to put on the clothes and the lipstick and all of that. I mean, so sit there and watch your mother and your sister get dressed.
Wow.
You get dressed right alongside of them. I'll have maybe about 4 or 5 generations of you doing that.
Wow.
So you'll be real comfortable in walking behind your mothers and sisters looking just like them. Acting just.
Do we not see most black men walking around with skin-tight jeans just like their mother and their sister? Can't make this up.
Just like them. Twisting just like them. Looking for a boyfriend like them. Because that's what you hear them talking about on the phone. My boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend. All right? And so you'll be looking for some fella, a male, to come and pick you up, take you for a ride in your new high heels that you borrowed from your sister. And you are male. The white supremacists are very scientific in what they do. So they got a lot of us hooked at an early age. And, you know, we all already know about the choirs in the church and all like that, see, and what all that's about. So they finance all of this. They support all of this. A couple of young white guys will move into the neighborhood, you might say, move across the street, right across from a black church. And they, you know, they move in and they're, you know, collegiate types. And they come over to the black church and they say, we would like to help you with your youth program. All right? And they got the money. I mean, and they know how to do things. They have talent. They come in there and they say, well, the way you're running your church, I mean, you know, it's not fostering anything. I mean, you're going to not have growth here. Well, we can start keeping your books, I mean, and they'll show you how to grow your church. And this lawn that you've got out here, I mean, it's real. It's not well kept. I'm a horticulturist. And me and my buddy here, we can come over on weekends and we can make this lawn, I mean, look really outstanding. I mean, when people come through the neighborhood, they will be amazed at how wonderful this place looks. Because it's kind of run down. See? And they will volunteer. You know, they say, we're trying to help the community. We moved in here and we want to help. See, and then they get in charge of the little boys program. You want to know why your son is acting the way that he is when he comes home. I mean, he's beginning to act peculiarly. That's because these two white supremacists, what they are, when they do this type of thing, have infiltrated you right under your nose.
Hebrews, I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. Rest in peace to our elder brother, NEELY FULLER JR. And remember, we are all children in the system of white supremacy, also known as Edomite supremacy. These people literally, like NEELY FULLER Jr. said, this man said, is only one man in this house, and the house being planet Earth. He's taking planet Earth, taking everybody's land, taking everybody's home. He's really left you with nothing. He runs everything, all the businesses, all of the banks, all of the lands. When you want to buy a house, who you going to? When you want to rent, who you going to? When it's time to get a car, who you buying it from? And I ain't talking about a used, broke down car that you only paid $300 for. I'm talking about when you're going to get yourself a brand new car, even a used car, who had that car first? Huh? Who is giving people bank loans through the roof with interest to buy these cars and to buy houses? Who's the person who you buying your clothes from? Your food, your accessories for life, your medicine. It's the white supremacists. And Neely Fuller Jr. has also said one of the things, like I've said before, not all white people are white supremacists, but the ones who, the so-called white people who practice white supremacy, those are the only ones that matter. Because the white people who don't believe in white supremacy and the white people that don't practice white supremacy, they don't have any power. It's the ones who believe in white supremacy and practice white supremacy. That's the group that has the power. If you a so-called white person and you don't practice white supremacy, you ain't got the power. Period. But this is a diabolical world, Hebrew. And Brother Neely Fuller Jr. was trying to help God's people, who are his brothers and sisters. He was trying to help you to figure out a better way to navigate in this world and still keep your life, keep your soul inside of your body, if you know what I mean. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Most High willing, we'll be back with another live stream on Friday evening. We'll be more than likely going to Genesis chapter 5 in the Yahweh Bible, because we're going to read the whole Old Testament. Every single book and chapter is going to get its own video. And that Yahweh Bible reading is priceless. It'll change your life. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.